Yesterday, I saw a report that really made me sad, because I am a lover of pork chops, and yesterday, very unfortunate, swine flu is in the system, and as close as Weija, Gbawe, sometimes when you hear where the thing is happening, then you set up because you know that
it's close to where you live,
and then you start even reflecting on the last time you ate pork, from that area, and with all these. So the swine flu outbreak in Weija, Gbawe now, I think about 100 pigs have been killed, just to make sure that you don't consume something that is not meant for you. Now, we're going to be talking to our Central Regional Correspondent, Calvis Tete. Now, before we go on to Calvis, to take a look at the report, quickly, I don't know how you felt when you saw the report.
Well, I think for some time now, the municipal health directorates are doing something that must be commended. First off, remember the issue of polio in the north?
Yes, yes.
It was detected by the routine monitoring of the municipal health directorate.
The one in the drain, right?
Yes. This swine flu also, I'm told, was also detected by the routine monitoring of the health directorates, of the health directorate. So that's a thumbs up for them.
Okay.
Yes, and the steps that they've taken to kill all the people. Already, the animal husbandry sector is reeling under the effects of a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
Poultry farmers, they're not even getting poultry feed.
Yeah.
And now swine flu, and coupled with last year's outbreak of bird flu. So it's a bad time.
Yeah.
Really bad time for our people, for our folks in animal husbandry.
Yes.
And yeah.
Right, so there's a report, put together by a Central Regional Correspondent, Calvis Tete, on this issue. Let's take a look at it.
The Municipal Chief Executive for Weija, Gbawe, Patrick Kumo, who was addressing the General Assembly meeting, indicated that as part of its routine checks, officials from the Assembly embarked on an exercise where they visited over 300 farms in the municipality to monitor livestock activities. The team visited areas such as Joma, where samples of infections purported to be African swine fever were found in some pigs. In all, 119 animals that were affected by the disease were discarded to prevent further infections, while checks were being conducted to ensure that some quantities of meat have not found their way onto the market. Here is Municipal Chief Executive for Weija, Gbawe, Patrick Kumo, speaking to City News about the exercise.
Yes, the Agri Department did 335 farmers' homes. We have 275 males and then 60 females who were visited. Vaccination of 3,073 poultry bears throughout the municipality. Pathological cases were detected during the meat inspection in the old slaughter slab, and the liver and the carcasses of the affected animals were discarded. Depopulation exercise was carried out at Joma due to the African swan fever infection after samples were sent to the lab for testing. A total of 119 pigs were destroyed, and I believe they were properly destroyed and did not find their way onto our markets.
The Municipal Director of Agric for Weija, Gbawe, Antoinette Nyakpenu, is urging farmers to desist from visiting other farms since it has the potential of spreading the disease.
We are advising that farmers should stop transporting their feed from one farm to another. Farmers should stop moving from one farm, visiting their colleagues, farmers, from one place to another, because as you move, you transfer the disease to other farms. So we are saying that farmers should stop moving from one farm to another. Yes, we all need to be each other's keeper, because as trying to put food on our table, we consumers too need to be very careful. If we hear of such diseases outbreak somewhere, we should alert or come to the Department of Agric and then inform the officers in the Agri Department so that they can be alert.
Right now, we've been joined by our regional correspondent, Calvis Tete. Calvis, welcome to Breakfast Daily.
Thank you very much.
Now, did you witness the killing of the animals?
Well, I didn't witness the killing of the animal because the assembly, together with the municipal directorate, apparently went to do the exercise before they got to us. So it was through a deliberation with the municipal chief executive when he was addressing the General Assembly that is when he made it clear that there have been some infections, swine flu infections within the municipality. The Municipal Health Directorate, together with the MC, Patrick Kumo, go around regularly routine checks within the municipality to ensure that everything is safe. So on one of their rounds, they went to Joma. Joma is an area within the municipality that has a lot of farmers who are rearing pigs in that area. So the inspection actually is in Joma. So they went around, and then upon random testing, they took some samples of the meat from the farmers and then took it to the lab to just check for some infections. True to their words, they found that there was swine flu in some of the meat that they went to test. So the assembly quickly organized, and then together with the regional directorate, they came to the Weija, and then these animals were slaughtered and then discarded.
Now, is this inspection, a general thing that the assembly embarks on, or this is a special operation, to check swine flu in the area?
Well, the assembly usually embarks on such exercises. I've been a witness to one. I've gone around with them a couple of times within the municipality. The assembly has some slaughterhouses within the municipality, some key slaughterhouses within the municipality. So randomly, they go there to check for infections. I've been a witness to one. And so this is not a special exercise where the assembly is doing. It's just one of their routine work. So according to the MCE, once they found out that there was this infection, actually it raised some red flags. They were surprised. So they realized that actually the routine check is very important. It helps them keep up to date with whatever is happening in the municipality.
Now, have you been able to visit some of the farms, that had infected animals?
Well, I'm yet to do that this morning. We've not visited some of the farms yet, but according to the regional municipal health director I spoke to, he says they are ensuring that the infection will not spread, in the sense that they have warned farmers not to be moving to from one farm to the other, in order not to carry the infection from one farm to the other. And they have also been warned not to take their animals to another farm for them to be crossed. They believe these are some of the measures they are going to put in place to ensure that the infection is curtailed, that it doesn't spread to other farms. The MCE says he's also going to take drastic measures to ensure that some of the meat, if indeed they are found its way onto the market, will be brought back, and so a thing will be set up to go around to check. That is what the MC is saying,
Right. Now, would you know if this is the first time something like this is happening in the area?
Well, I can't confirm indeed if this is the first time, but the Municipal Health Directorate is saying this is the first infection they've had of swine flu, but as to whether it is the first, it's not the first one, that one I can't confirm,
Right, thank you very much, Calvis. We'll get back to you later, for more update. That is after you visited some of the farms. Calvis Sete is our Central Regional Correspondent, bringing us update on the destruction of some 119 pigs who have been infected with swine flu. So this is where we are. Now, he says that the MCE says that they are going to check if some of the meat, has found its way onto the market and bring it back. And that I find it a bit confusing at that point. Because if we fry the quail and we are eating it, how do you know that this animal, unless of course maybe there'll be some kind of discoloration in the meat, or there are things to look out for?
That will be some form of difficult tracing, but hopefully they'll be able to do it, because you have to first of all try and trace the route out of the farms or out of the piggeries. So you go to the farmers, who did they sell it to?
Yeah.
Go to the middlemen, who did they sell it to? And try and go to those places to see if indeed some are already out there on the market, and then try and trace the people who ate it and see if you can get some form of medical attention for them. So it's not an easy route, but it's the hard way which they have to do it. I hope it's not too late to do that. That, because if it is, then very soon there will be an outbreak, human outbreak of whatever it is, of the flu in the community, which may be difficult to handle.
Right. So we have the MCE for Weija Gbawe, Patrick Kumo, on the line. Thank you very much, Mr. Kumo. Welcome to Breakfast Daily.
Yeah, good morning, Prima. How are you doing?
I'm well, thank you. I must commend you and your team for a great job, and because your routine checks is what made you know that this is happening. Well done on that.
Thank you so very much.
Right, now what next?
Yeah, basically, just as was mentioned earlier, this is a routine check of which the outbreak department of the Assembly will continue monitoring the development in those areas. Let me put it on record that you see, my municipality is one area that is known for the production of pigs. Because of that, we have some arrangement with the European Union, of which we got some funds to establish an ultra-modern abattoir in the municipality, of which next month, it will be commissioned for operation. At this abattoir, we're going to have the rearing of these pigs and a very good hygienic environment, and of course the slaughtering and then also marketing and everything will be at point so that we can protect our people from this virus.
Right.
But just as we mentioned earlier, the farmers, the collaboration that we have with them and the extension of that usually get us to have this information before it gets out of hand. And I believe we're doing our possible best to make sure we have right products on the market for the Ghanaian people. And the areas that were affected, we really moved in quickly to make sure those animals were destroyed. And I believe we are very safe now, and we can advise our people too. But we should be mindful of where we get our products, because you might not know which of the animals that might have been infected and might have found its way onto the market. So these are things that we need to know. We need to patronize this product from a very reliable source so that you don't get this virus getting into our system.
Now, the meat that has found its way onto the market, how do you recall them? Those that have found their way into people's homes, how do you bring them or take them away from the market? Are there things that people can look out for, going to purchase them? So, for instance, if you see ABC, know that this meat is infested with swine flu, and so you don't have to eat it. How would you achieve this?
Yeah, so but that would be a bit difficult because, you see, Ghanaians have developed a taste for pork meat, and we all consume them on weekends and all that. So when you go and it's already fried and all that, you wouldn't know whether that product has been infected or not. But with the continuous monitoring of this farm, will also, in a way, reduce it getting onto the market. And if the officers are proactive, then of course we can save the Ghanaian people, which Gbawe is committed in doing. And we must say, pork is a delicacy everybody enjoys, and we must be very mindful where we buy them. And then you see, this virus is such that we don't have a cure for it, and there's no vaccine also for it. So immediately it's detected, it has to be destroyed ASAP. So it's something that has been with us since the early 90s, and we're still hoping that very soon some vaccine or some remedy will be gotten so that at least we can manage this situation going forward.
Now, are you considering an educational campaign in your municipality, just to let people know what to look out for when they are going to purchase this meat because of what you have detected in the area?
Yes, we have the information van that goes around to, from time to time, also go about with this announcement. We have also done quite a number of engagement with the farmers that we have in those catchment areas. With the earlier benefit that we got from the EU, the package also involved, sensitizing the community and also training them as to how to handle this animals. And that education continually we haven't done in the municipality. But you cannot 100% protect the whole system. But we must all be vigilant as to where we get our product. The symptoms of this virus is that mostly these animals start bleeding, they start vomiting, you see some reddish pigment on their skin. And sometimes you have this bluish color on the skin that tells you that they're having the symptoms of the swine flu. So when you're going to, the retailers, when they're going to buy this meat, they should look at these symptoms on the skins of these animals. Then, of course, it tells you it might not be wholesome for consumption. But, as humans that you are, everybody will want profit. You wouldn't know who will want the best for the community and will bring this product onto the market. So we must all be vigilant when we consume this product.
Right. Thank you very much, Mr. Kumo, for a good job done. But please, just this is off the swine flu. Just please continue with the work you are doing, with the demolition, especially with people who are built on waterways. We don't want to be experiencing terrible flooding. Thank you very much, Mr. Kumo.
Thank you so very much, Rima.
All right. So this is it. This is what the MC is saying. There's going to be an educational campaign, to sensitize people and especially the farmers on what to look out for.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. It looks like they have a handle over the issue, but they should not just destroy the pigs of the farmers. They should try and make some allocations in terms of compensation also. It's a compensation money.
Not ask for compensation.
Yes.
Human beings who have died, Crampo and Ming.
Yeah, but
we are yet to find compensation for them.
Yeah, but because it's in the public interest to destroy their pigs, but the farmers must also survive.
I agree with you, because if we don't put these kind of measures in place, they won't even report.
Yeah, and apart from that, to all those in that enclave, we beg you, at least for the time being, stay away from pork, please. We don't know which of them. Yeah, and that's depressing, I know, but for the greater good and for your own good, please stay. Even nose mask, you've worn it for 2 years, 3 years.
And you know, by all means, people will go like, oh, but you will get it, you will cook it, you will fry it,
don't take chances. Guys,
they say don't eat it. Don't eat, you know.
For at least, I'm sure they'll get a handle over this at least 2-3 weeks, at most a month. So stay away from Brad Charles.
I know that
from Brad Charles for a month.
Go take you or catch you. But
Yeah.
discipline yourself. If you feel like eating just get chicken or something, you know.
Get a substitute.
Don't convince yourself that you will cook it and fry it, and so it will kill any kind of infection.
At least for a month, be a vegetarian like me. Just go on fish or something.
We can't.
Or just absolutely eggs and plant products.
But we can eat trophy.
Or fish, yes I do.
We can eat trophy in the time being.
Yeah, I can't go without saying a happy birthday to the mother of one of my colleagues in class, Samuel Cranton's mother, Mother Martha Ejiwa. So this is from Sammy and the rest of the family. Happy birthday, mommy.
Happy birthday, mommy. Right, and being vegetarian, at least for a month. We'll see how that goes. Thank you very much for your time. This is Breakfast Daily. We'll be right back.